why should Indians be interested in Canadian elections?
I think these elections are an inflection point. And if you see the India-Canada relationship in the last 18 months, it sort of bottomed out at the end of last year with the expulsion of the top Indian diplomats. That's the equivalent of the nuclear option in diplomacy. If you decapitate the Indian diplomatic leadership, the High Commissioner, the Consul General in Toronto, all expelled, so that it reached its bottom point. But at that point, both countries said, let's not let it sink deeper. So there was that sense.
We also did it. We also sent them back.
Yeah, we also sent them back, but we played it cool. Because you see, what happened that India didn't do all the things it did when the crisis started. Because there was no stoppage to visas, there was no stoppage to flights, there was no stoppage to business. So what India said that this is essentially a Trudeau government problem. And we will treat it as such. It's a serious problem, but we will not let it infect other parts of the relationship, which is the business relationship, $100 billion plus of investment in India, plus the tourism, the travel, the visas, and so on. We did not want the political relationship to interfere with that. So what we are seeing now in the Canadian elections, and more than that with Trudeau's exit, is an inflection point. So that inflection point gives us space for diplomacy on both sides to retrieve that relationship. And, if you divide that relationship into three buckets, the political, government to government, the business to business, the people to people, the others were sort of functioning fine, but the government to government relationship had plunged. Now, what we hope is with the elections, whether it's Mark Carney or Pierre Poilievre, we have an inflection point where we can take this relationship to a better place. And both sides get more space for diplomacy, and this crisis hopefully would have played itself out, and we get to a better space on the other end.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.